Hello, my name is Patrick Furner, author of Trading on the Edge. And after 11 years inside the brokerage industry, I built this channel to help serious futures traders move beyond indicators and trade through structure, value, and risk-first execution. How would you like to learn how to start day trading before risking any money? Yes? Perfect! This video is exactly what you've been looking for. Make sure you watch all the way through and add this video to your watch list so you can review it often. Your future self will thank you. All right, let's begin. Most beginner traders think the first step is funding an account. Yeah, that is retail thinking. A weak trader might say, I need money so I can start trading. A professional says, I need structure before I deserve the risk. Because the market does not care that you open an account. It does not care that you watched a few videos, and it definitely does not care that you think a level should hold. The real question is not, can I afford to trade? The real question is, can I make professional decisions before money is involved? And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to start building that skill for $0. Not with hype, not with the magic indicator, not with fake confidence, but with a structured practice blueprint. Most retail traders start backwards. They open a live account, risk real money, and lose emotionally, and then decide they need a plan. That is the wrong sequence. A weak trader uses the market to chase excitement. A professional uses the market to collect evidence. The purpose of simulation is not to pretend you are making money. The purpose of a simulation is to prove whether your process survives contact with live price movement. And that is where most traders fail. They do not fail because they lack indicators. They fail because they practice randomly. They click random trades. They move stops. They chase breakouts. They call every level important. And then they wonder why their live trading is undisciplined. But that is only half the story. Because even in a simulator, you can train like a gambler, or you can train like a professional. Make sure you stay with me until the end because I'll show you the exact moment where the retail read and the professional read are completely separate. Okay, so here's the simple premise. You are going to build a professional trading environment before you ever risk real capital. That means three things. First, you need a platform. Second, you need a clean chart. Third, you need a drill that forces discipline, not a strategy that promises profits, a drill that exposes weakness, because constraint exposes behavior. When you remove money, you remove one excuse. Now you cannot say, I lost because I was emotional about the money. Now the question becomes cleaner. Did you follow the process? Did you wait for the right location? Did you understand the auction? Did you define invalidation before entry? Did you know where you were wrong? That is the foundation. The point is not to be right. The point is to know where you are wrong. Step 1 is the platform. For this blueprint, we are using Thinkorswim paper trading. The goal is simple. You need a place where you can watch live market behavior, markup structure, place simulated orders, and review your decisions without putting real capital at risk. But listen carefully. The platform is not the edge. A weak trader thinks the tool creates the result. A professional knows the tool only reveals the trader. Thinkorswim is not going to make you disciplined. Volume profile is not going to make you profitable. VWAP is not going to save a bad entry. These tools are only useful if they force better questions. Where did price open relative to prior value? Where is VWAP? Is price being accepted or rejected? Who is likely trapped? Where is risk obvious? Where is the trade invalidated? That is the shift. We are not building a chart to look smart. We are building a decision environment. And before we build the chart, comment blueprint below if you want the $0 practice checklist, and I will send it right over. Because watching a video is useful, but having a checklist besides your chart is how you actually train the behavior. Now we strip down the chart. No RSI, no MACD, no 5 moving averages, no clutter, because the more tools a beginner adds, the easier it becomes to avoid the real question. What is the auction doing? For this practice blueprint, I want you focused on a few structural references. The prior day value area high, prior day value area low, point of control, VWAP, overnight high and overnight low, high volume nodes, low volume nodes, and that is enough. Because you're not trying to predict every candle, you are trying to understand where price is accepted, where price is rejected, and where traders are likely trapped. A weak trader sees value area high as resistance. A professional says value area high only matters if the auction rejects above it. A weak trader sees VWAP as a buy or sell signal. A professional sees VWAP as an auction boundary. A weak trader sees volume profile as a map of levels. A professional sees volume profile as a record of acceptance. And that difference changes everything. Okay, let's walk through the first example. Price opens inside prior day value. That tells us something immediately. The market is not starting in a clean imbalance. It is opening inside a known area of acceptance. Retail traders see the open and immediately want to trade. They say, if it breaks value area high, I'm long. But a professional slows down. If price is opening inside value, the first question is not, where can I enter? The first question is the market accepting value or trying to escape value? And that distinction matters. Because if price rotates from POC to value area high and stalls there, that is not automatically a short either. It is simply information. If buyers push above value area high but cannot hold above it, now we have a different read. That is failed acceptance. That is where breakout buyers may be trapped. That is where the behavior at the level becomes more important than the level itself. The edge was not the value area high. The edge was the failed acceptance above value area high. And most traders miss that. Now here's the actual drill. For 5 straight sessions, you are only allowed to consider trades at structural auction locations. That means value area high, value area low, VWAP, prior day POC, overnight high, overnight low. All right, that's it. If price is in the middle of value, you do nothing. If risk is not obvious, you do nothing. If you cannot define invalidation before entry, you do nothing. And this is where most traders get exposed, because they think the problem is that they do not have enough setups. But the real problem is that they've never learned to sit through bad locations. A weak trader needs action. A professional needs asymmetry. A weak trader asks, can I make money here? A professional asks, is the risk clear enough to justify the trade? This is the whole point of the challenge. You are not trying to take more trades. You are trying to eliminate low-quality trades. Quick note before we continue. I'm giving away a scholarship seat for the Smart Money Futures Mentorship. If you're serious about learning how to read the auction, understand value, avoid poor trade locations, and build a risk-first futures trading process, this is your chance to work with me for no charge. This is a one-time offer and will not be extended in the future. This is my way of thanking you for being an early adopter of the channel. The details to enter are in the pinned comment. The SMF Mentorship Program is for serious traders who want to consistently trade with structure, discipline, and a professional market context. All right, let's continue. Day 1 is usually where the first weakness shows up. The market opens inside value and rotates. No clean breakout. No clean trend, just back and forth auction behavior. This is where a retail trader gets chopped up. They buy the upper third of the range because a candle looks strong, but then they short the lower third because a candle looks weak. They are not reading the auction, they are only reacting to price movement. A professional does something different. They mark value area high, they mark value area low. They mark POC, then they wait. If price is trading around POC, there is no obvious edge. That is the auction telling you the market is comfortable. The middle of value is where discipline goes to. So on day 1, the goal is not to find the winning trade. The goal is to prove you cannot avoid worse trades. Score it honestly. Setup taken, setup avoided. Risk clear. Retail trap confirmed. If the answer is no, it was not a trade. It was a reaction. Day 2 is where the trap gets more interesting. Price pushes above prior value area high. The candle looks strong. Retail traders see the breakout and enter long. But this is where the professional read begins. The question is not, did price break the level? The question is, did price accept above the level? That means we need to see whether buyers can hold above value area high. Do we build volume above it? Does VWAP support the move? Does price pull back and hold? Or does price snap back inside value? Because if price breaks out and then fails back inside value, the breakout itself becomes the trap. Now late buyers are stuck. Now their invalidation is obvious. Now the market has information. This is the reversal most beginners miss. The best trade was not the breakout. The best trade was the move after the breakout traders got trapped. And that is professional context. Day 3 focuses on VWAP. Most traders use VWAP as a line. Above it they are bullish, and below it they are bearish. That is far too simplistic. VWAP is not magic. VWAP is a reference for when the session's volume-weighted business is taking place. So when price is below VWAP, rejects lower value, and then reclaims VWAP, the question changes. Is this just a pullback, or is this a shifted control? A weak trader shorts below VWAP because price has been weak. A professional notices when sellers fail to continue lower. Then price reclaims VWAP. Now the auction is changing. But even then, you do not chase. You wait for the test. Can price hold VWAP from above? Can buyers defend it? Is invalidation tight and obvious? If yes, now you have a professional decision, not because VWAP gave a signal, but because the behavior around VWAP revealed a shift. Day 4 brings in volume profile structure. A low volume node is not just an empty spot on the chart. It is an area where the market previously did very little business. That can matter because price often moves quickly through low volume areas. But again, the level is not the edge. The behavior is the edge. And if price pushes into a low volume node and immediately rejects, that tells us the auction did not want to conduct business there. And if price pushes through the low volume node and starts building volume on the other side, that tells us acceptance is developing. Same level, different behavior, and different trade. A weak trader says, low volume node equals reversal. A professional says, show me rejection first. This is why blind levels trading fails. The market can reject a level. The market can accept a level. The market can slice straight through a level. And your job is not to predict which one happens. Your job is to wait until the auction gives you evidence. Day 5 is the final test. By now, you should be slower. And that is a good thing. Most traders think progress means taking better trades, but early progress usually means avoiding more bad ones. Now imagine this setup. Price opens below prior value. Sellers push lower. Retail traders short the breakdown. But the move does not continue. Price reclaims the overnight low. Then it reclaims VWAP. Then it starts rotating back toward prior value. This is where the retail read and the professional read are completely separate. The retail read says, the market broke down, so I should be short. The professional read says, the breakdown failed, sellers are trapped, VWAP reclaimed, and now the auction may rotate back toward value. That does not guarantee a winning trade. Nothing does. But now the structure is clear. The trap is clear. The invalidation is clear. The risk is clear. And that is the only environment worth practicing. Not perfect trades, but professional decisions. And if you want the full framework, I break this down in detail in my book, Trading on the Edge. I wrote Trading on the Edge as a trading textbook because it is the resource I wish I had when I started trading over 20 years ago. My goal was simple, to give serious traders a structured way to understand preparation, execution, risk, and review, all without having to piece everything together through years of trial and error. So do yourself a favor, save yourself years of frustration, and get a copy of Trading on the Edge. It's available on Amazon. The link is in the description. And make sure you use it along these lessons. Study the framework and start building a more professional trading process. Okay, now let's finish the blueprint. And comment layout if you want my custom institutional thinkorswim layout. This is the same layout I trade with, because the trade idea is only one part of the process. This thinkorswim layout will help you map out the auction and see the areas of the auction that truly matter. Okay, now let's talk about risk. In this blueprint, every simulated trade needs 4 things. 1. Location. 2. Context. 3. Trigger. 4. Invalidation. Location means you are at a meaningful auction reference. Context means you understand whether the market is balancing, breaking out, failing, or rotating. Trigger means there is actual behavior confirming the idea. Invalidation means you know exactly where the idea is wrong. No invalidation, no trade. That is non-negotiable. A weak trader enters first and figures out risk later. A professional defines risk first and only enters if the trade still makes sense. This is especially important for futures traders and prop firm traders, because in a trading combined or funded account, the goal is not just profit, the goal is survival. Drawdown matters, patience matters, trade selection matters, and avoiding bad trades is often the edge. And if your paper trading results show you are losing money, do not blame the market. That is the market giving you feedback before you paid tuition with real capital. Use it, review it, fix it, then come back cleaner. Okay, so here is the full blueprint. Step 1. Open a free Charles Schwab account, and it has a 0 funding requirement. Step 2. Download and install the thinkorswim trading environment. Step 3. Load the Smart Money Futures chart layout. Step 4. Only consider trades at meaningful auction locations. Value area high, value area low. Point of control, VWAP. Step 5. Do not trade the level blindly. Wait for acceptance or rejection. Step 6. Define invalidation before entry. Step 7. Review every session. Taken trades, avoided trades, missed trades, emotional mistakes. And here is the professional lesson. You do not start day trading by risking real money. You start by proving you can follow structure without money. Because if you cannot follow rules in a simulation, live capital will not fix you. It will expose you. And remember, the trade setup is not the edge. The edge is the discipline in being able to wait until the auction reveals who is trapped, where their pain is, and where your risk is clear. You want to master this in simulation before committing your hard-earned capital. It is generally a good idea to practice a new trading strategy in a simulation environment before trying it out in a real money account. Disclaimer: this channel is educational only. Nothing here is financial advice. Futures trading carries substantial risk and is not appropriate for all participants. And once again, my name is Patrick Furner, veteran Wall Street broker and author of Trading on the Edge. If you want more institutional futures trading breakdowns like this, subscribe to Smart Money Futures. Save this video and rewatch it with your chart open. Then take the 5-day challenge. Remember, no random entries, no middle of value trades, no unclear risk, just structure, context, execution, and review. And thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care.